Mom, do you remember MySpaces?
Do I remember what it is? Yeah, I think it was kind of like something before Facebook.
Did you know I had a MySpace when I was in third grade?
Third grade.
Mm-hmm. And you had no idea. You're probably learning that today
Yeah, I am.
at the age of me almost being 31 years old.
Third
Yeah,
grade.
so I had a MySpace when I was in third grade. But my sister, your daughter, I don't know how she found out about my MySpace because she like randomly messaged me. She was like, I said no MySpace. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm in trouble. Just the way she said it. No MySpace! Exclamation point, capital letters. I'll never forget. I'm surprised she didn't tell you.
So what was it? Basically, it's a Facebook, no?
Okay, so social media is looked at very differently now than it was back in the day. MySpace, back in the day, MySpace was like stranger danger. Don't go put yourself on the internet. Don't go on the blogs. So, like it was more like the internet was more newer then. And so, I mean, of course, internet safety is very important. Put that out there. We should all have basic, training on how to, internet safety, obviously. But it was more I feel like I think internet safety was very different back then because now
Mm-hmm.
we have more filters, more things that
More
like the
safety
social media
measures.
platforms can spot more like
Right.
weirdos. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot more.
Right.
But back in the day, it was just kind of a free for all.
Mm.
And so anyway, I didn't do anything bad on the internet. I just like all my friends were having MySpaces and I didn't want to be left out, so I got a MySpace. I didn't put like a profile picture or anything like that. And I like had like a pink background and
Really? Well, I'm glad she did that. I didn't know anything about it. She didn't tell me that you
I
were
think I
on it.
still kept it.
I didn't know
I
anything
still
about
kept it. I never deleted it.
older sibling like my sister was when I was back
But
in the day.
she had a MySpace. I wanted a MySpace.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, but how old was she?
Well, she's 6 years. I was 9 years
She
old.
was 15.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, oh my God. I think I just wanted to be like with where all the people are. I was like, I want a MySpace too. Because, everyone had a MySpace. Oh my God, MySpace was like so different than how social media is today. Like, I knew how to do like HTML coding and all this stuff when I was like 10.
You're talking to me like I know what you're talking about.
Coding.
Coding?
Coding.
It's
Like
coding.
website coding.
What is coding? Even sounds villainous.
You know what
Coding.
HTML?
Oh, no. HTML. Okay, what's that?
HTML coding. When you make websites, you have the code.
Is that the HTTP
No,
thing?
that's like a web address.
Okay. Earlier on our other episode, I remember we were talking about how you were saying that we're creative artists and all now, like, people are doing it and trying to save money in the sense of putting some things fake, but not the whole thing. But back in the day when there wasn't this creative venues that you see or these, what you have now, remember your father had his own business and we were doing websites. But
Yeah.
websites had to be done officially and through a company. Not like, but then later on it got to the point where you could do your own. But back then, you know
Hmm.
what they wanted to charge you to do
How
those?
much?
Oh my God, thousands.
Oh, I'm sure they probably do that today too. Like it depends on the
Thousands.
kind of website.
Yeah, but
Like right now you can, like you can get your website on like Squarespace,
right,
Wix,
right. Different
different,
platforms.
yeah, that's kind of like already like pre-built.
Right, but that wasn't the case back then. The case
Thousands.
back then was it was only one thing. And if you wanted your business to grow, advertising the way we used to do it was out the window. I mean, talk about boomer site. I mean, we were doing flyers back in the day. You remember
Mm.
you were sending out things in envelopes to clients of ours and just to get business. You remember that?
Yeah, child labor.
Well, that's another whole podcast. But anyway, I'm saying
Me, I
that's how
remember I was
much.
stuffing those envelopes next to a saw.
I know that was a little strange, but no, we weren't next to us all. We were in the factory area because it was a warehouse that we used to
I
work
still
out
think
of.
about that now, just imagining like how old was I, like 10?
I was always with you. There was no,
You were in a different room.
yeah, but I watched where you were. I knew where you
You were
were.
in a completely different room.
Yeah, but I always check to see
You
check
would
on you.
check like every like I guess if you hear a big bang, you'll check.
Stop. But regardless, I'm trying to say this is how far that the internet and the technology has come. right?
Yeah. That's
Think about
crazy.
it.
Wait, so thousands of dollars?
Yes.
You know what? I guess because websites weren't really like mainstream how it is now. Like having a website is completely like just like whatever. Like I mean, I have two
They're not
websites.
even popular anymore, right?
What?
They're not really looked at anymore,
No,
really.
they are. It depends on the business that you have.
Really?
I mean, Mentally About Us has a website.
I know, but I feel like that's not the first place you go anymore to see
Oh,
any.
social media is.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's taking second fiddle.
Mm.
Excuse me, I'm using language you probably don't understand. Second fiddle to what is out there now. So there's another progression of technology. And think about it. If that happened, how many years ago? 20? 20 years ago, at least, right? That we
Mm.
started? No more. When did we really start with this basic, any type of technology? Like, when would you think? Like 1999?
I like this discussion on websites. I think this is really intriguing. When did websites start?
Right after technology started, I thought.
No. Let's think. No, technology started probably like. I
99.
mean, if you think about it, radio isn't that considered technology?
But I'm talking about this
Like
technology.
online world.
Right. And let's remember you were too young. You were only 5. You were 4 actually. When they were concerned there was going to be an issue with the year 2000.
Oh, I heard about that.
Remember that. We were all waiting with bated breath thinking we're going to lose everything. It's going to change over. There's going to be outages. There's going to be all of this stuff. And we just sat there with bated breath and nothing happened. So
That's so
you
crazy that you
just,
guys think that like the computers will like blow up if it
yeah,
turns 2000.
it's
What
like,
is insane?
but now look at it now. We're 2026. And now what could happen in 2040, 45? What's going to happen?
2030 is coming up. Do you believe that the pandemic was 6 years ago?
I know. I know. That could be another whole
That could be a
podcast. There's so many just things going on about that, but
Oh my God, that is so true. I can't even imagine the pandemic happening. Actually, no, the pandemic did. There was a pandemic in 1920, right? This isn't it like the Spanish
epidemics, I
flu?
think it was called, not pandemic. They were called
But it was a pandemic.
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, there was.
Yeah, it was the Spanish flu, and I'm like, oh, I
The
couldn't imagine
Spanish
how
flu.
boring life was then. They
That's
didn't
true.
have to like obviously like during the pandemic, everyone's on here on TikTok and like Netflix and like they have entertainments and such. And I can't even imagine. I mean, I guess they can read books. Anyway, I'm going off topic. But
But think about that. I forgot that there were pandemics and such back in the days. And it was like I was telling you earlier today, didn't I mention to you how, like, in a way it is true about history repeating itself? I mean, back when there were bomb shelters and war going on and all of these different things, assassinations back with the Kennedys and all of that. And here today, we're still at war. We're still having issues. We still worry about someone blowing us up or, it's just never ending.
geez,
I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying that there's a lot of people questioning a lot of things. Like, back in the day too, people just, live their lives. They used to have at schools. They had those drills back in the
they still have
50s.
drills. At least when I was in high school. I mean, not high school, just in school in general, they had drills.
Well, the drills for them were back for the bomb shelters to know where they could
Really?
hide. But now today, unfortunately, the drills are
For
not
like
just for fire.
shooters.
They're for being, God forbid, someone comes in and wants to attack the school. So things are just, to me, like history repeats itself in a different slot,
Oh, 100%. And when we were talking about the last episode about AI and how you were saying how there was a time where it went from black and white TV to
Mm-hmm.
colored and how that was like a whole
It
controversy.
was.
And I do remember hearing briefly about it. And I do remember watching I Love Lucy and seeing, like in the later seasons, or maybe it was a different show, I don't remember, how they added color. And I just like, it looked super fake. Like it wasn't.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's how it was.
Huh?
But that,
Yeah, so like the fact that there was an outrage about that, and now it's an outrage about AI, and it's like
mm-hmm.
history repeating itself.
In another way.
Yeah, I mean, I want to think on the positive side with AI. Like there's other AI things that I feel like are a good thing. Like I don't know if you noticed, there's like this product. that is like it cooks for you.
It cooks for
It's so
you.
cool. It kind of like it's a appliance and it comes with settings on like making, obviously you have to buy the ingredients from the grocery store, but you can like, oh, you want chicken Alfredo or something like that, for example. You click on that, you put in the ingredient, it tells you what ingredients to put in, right? And then
Okay.
it just does everything for you.
So it's kind of like a mini robot that's going to make your food.
Yeah. It's like a thing. It's like an actual thing. And I'm like, I'm seeing it all over like TikTok and whatever. People are promoting it and such. And I'm like, I low key wanted to like email them, and be like, hey, do you need me to make videos for you? Could I want one?
My Lord.
But like, I feel like that's a good thing.
I think
Like, I
it
mean, it
is.
depends. Obviously, I feel like it's good for like the work, like, I don't know, like the working individual who
Right.
doesn't have time to make dinner. And
Hmm.
instead of doing like microwaving a TV dinner, oh my God, remember
Yeah,
TV
that's
dinners? They
true.
don't call them TV dinners anymore.
That's true.
It's healthier to like have that.
Well,
It's
let's
an
think of
assistant,
it's
especially if there's like a single parent.
no.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
think about it too. Look at the when did the first TV dinner come out?
what do they even call them TV dinners anymore? I haven't heard that in so long.
That's all
TV
I had.
dinners.
That's the only way I know it. A microwavable dinner now, they
Yeah,
say.
I don't know. I never see the word. I never see TV dinners anymore. I think I just hear frozen meals.
Yeah, you're right.
I think that's what it says. Frozen meals. I had one recently, actually.
You did.
Yeah, usually I try to keep away from that kind of stuff. But I was at BJ's and it was like a chicken fajita with like grains rice. Like it was like healthy. And so it was a good deal for like I think there was three of them, which I was so annoyed. Like they should have had four. Because me and Regan, like we had one, like he had one, I had one, and there's like one left, and I'm
You
like,
could have had one and a half at the time.
so stupid. I was like, come on, like, why would you do with three? Is this your strategy of getting me to buy another pack? Like, I was so
Mm.
annoyed.
Well, if you
Anyway,
did, then you would have had two each. Oh,
yeah, if there was four in the, because in BJ's you have like in bulk, right? You get
yeah,
multiple.
yeah.
And in the pack, it was only a set of three. And I'm like, why did you do a set of four? Yeah, I was so annoyed. Whatever. Anyway, so I had it because it was like I was shopping that day, when you just don't feel like cooking and yeah, I was like, oh, it's healthy, healthy ingredients. I mean, I'm sure it's not the healthiest route to
We
go.
all try to talk ourselves into things we want.
Anyway, it tasted pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but it was
Was what,
fairly priced. And
maybe
it was
like
definitely good. Like I said, it was
$8?
what?
$8 to $10?
For the whole pack. There was three of them.
3 meals.
Three meals. I
Right.
don't remember how much it was, but
Mm.
it was fair. And yeah, no, wasn't bad. And that was like I guess I usually try to stay away from frozen meals because it's a sodium and it's
Mm-hmm.
not the healthiest route. But it's also like the most cost effective because if like in reality, there's times you don't want to cook or whatever, and it's better than like ordering food or going to McDonald's or, and me and Regan and I, we live literally like
You're
freaking a
around a lot of
mile from
different
each fast
places.
food joint you could think of, and I try to avoid that as at all costs.
God, if I lived there, I'd be.
Oh my God, I literally live like freaking 5 minutes from McDonald's and like 2 minutes to Taco. I could walk to Taco Bell. I
Mm.
can literally walk to Taco.
Well, I think we're going off track again because we're
Yeah.
talking about technology, but I guess it does fit in
Oh, I
there.
mean, we can talk about food delivery apps.
That's a whole nother. Oh my
Uber,
God.
Uber.
Uber
There's so much
Eats.
has changed.
Yeah, you can't even get a person to come to your house from the actual location.
Wait, can we talk about? I can't even imagine how different. Okay, so when you were born and when you were conscious of your life,
Hmm.
technology is so different now. You may feel like you died and came back to life, right? Do you ever feel like that?
Did I feel like
I
when
don't
I
know.
was
I feel like technology, like when you were, old enough to understand technology, you had what, like a home phone, right? Before you were an adult, you had a home phone.
yeah, but it was just part of my life. It wasn't that it came into
I
my
know I'm
life.
trying to compare and contrast your life when you were younger to your life now.
Oh
Because
yeah,
I'm thinking like I'm about to be 31. I can't imagine what technology is going to be in 30 years.
that's what I'm saying.
So that's why I want to bring this up right now. So let's see here. So you remember when you were a kid, you had a telephone,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
With the cord.
Yes.
Cord. No digital, right? It was just like
Right.
yeah. Okay. What, did you have a beeper then? When you were a
No.
kid? I know you as a kid wouldn't have one, but like
No.
grandpa and
Beepers
grandma.
didn't come out until I was married and had kids.
Okay, okay, okay. So just a home phone. You had a radio. What else did you have?
TV.
Okay, TV. Black and white?
Yes. Ironically, you say that. And I recall the one year we always went on vacation down, well, down the shore. That's what we say, to the beach. And we go for a week. And that year, my parents said, okay, this is what we have this year. We either get a color TV or we still go on vacation like we do every year.
Mm.
Which would you prefer? And my sister and I right away said, color TV. And you know how much they were back then?
How much?
$700. The first color TV.
I need a moment of pause. This espresso martini's hitting me right now. No, this is a great time. Anyway, so no, in a good way. No, because actually, no, this is good because I'm getting all of the ideas are coming rushing to the surface of my head. Okay, so
Okay, then you wonder why it's called Cocktails with Mom. It should be Cocktails with Daughter. I'm doing okay by myself.
I think you need an espresso martini.
No, I don't. You know I don't like those.
Okay,
I'm
but
having my
you're a
wine.
Cosmo girl.
And I had my wine, and now I'm having wine today.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, what was I saying again? $700 for a TV?
Yes.
That's crazy. How big was the TV?
They were big. Those were the big consoles when you had that big picture in the middle, and then they had wooden on top, wooden around, and everything. It was like you've seen the old TVs, haven't you? You never saw the old TVs?
Yeah, yeah.
But they were bigger.
Mm.
Some of them had.
Were they like, okay, I'm looking at a TV right now, the flat screen. How big? Was it bigger than that?
Yeah, because it had a wood frame. It was a piece of furniture. It wasn't just that.
So it was considered a furniture, not like a
Right. It was a piece of furniture.
Appliance?
Yes. And some of them had the speakers on the sides of them like a big long piece of furniture where you could also use that same furniture to play your records. Records. Remember, oh, you wouldn't even know what records are.
I know a record. Mom, I have records
I know,
in my
that's right.
living room.
Regan likes the records.
Are you kidding me?
I know. But that was a whole nother thing. We had 8-tracks, we had cassettes. That's all technology.
Records are still popular these days.
Yeah, I think they're coming back.
Yeah, no, they are. I think there's a no appreciation of them.
How about 8-tracks and cassettes?
You know, I have a Nessa Barrett record.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, Regan got me.
Yeah.
Got me.
So was it at 33?
Yeah, he got me one for her first album. Yeah, she sells them in records. Yeah.
Now, did you know before albums, those are called 33s, right?
What's 33?
33 is the type of record because they're big. Now, there were other ones before that were small, a smaller version of a record, but it only had one song, one on one side and one on the other.
Just one song?
There was records. They were called 45s.
Okay.
45s, like I just said, were a small record, like a small one, not the big ones, a small one.
Mm-hmm.
One side had one song from the artist. The other side had a less popular song from that artist. And some of them, if the record was too long on one side, they had to turn it over and then you could play the rest of the song.
That's interesting.
You never knew that?
No.
And that's another thing I'm telling you how technology has changed.
And they have CDs.
Then we had CD. Then we had, okay, so we went from record to cassettes to 8-tracks to CDs.
What's 8-track?
8-tracks were...
I think people are going to come for me asking that question.
What?
I'm like, what's an 8-track? All the boomers are like, this loser. Be like coming for me at the comments.
Well, I know, right? Well, the 8-tracks are like, actually, they were for more movies. You would, like a Blockbuster. When we used to go to Blockbusters.
Oh my God, I went to Hollywood Video every Friday. That was a good childhood memory.
Those.
I loved Hollywood Video.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's what those were. Now, who knows what else they're going to make?
Do you know they have one Blockbuster?
They do?
Like one left over.
Really? Where?
I forget where it is, but it's now considered like pretty much a tourist attraction at this point.
I believe it.
Yeah, no, there's one Blockbuster that's left and yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I remember we had Hollywood Video. I used to look forward to we used to go like every Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
We would go there, pick a movie, get some popcorn,
wasn't that a good time?
So much fun.
Yeah.
It's a good memory.
See? And now this is a whole different lifestyle. What? What did you say? What did you say? That's it. I'm taking that thing out.
I was like, yeah, my childhood wasn't all bad.
Ha ha ha. I'm not even going to go that route. That could be another whole new other podcast.
Oh my God. No, that was a good time.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, too bad they don't have that. But now we have Netflix and everything. And
Yeah, but
not even
I
just that,
don't, you know,
Netflix,
and the
Hulu,
TVs now.
Apple, Paramount Plus, Peacock.
But the TVs now are not even TVs anymore. They're like we used to have 8 channels, 10 channels. That was it.
Really?
Now you have all
We
these.
could talk about cable now.
It's
We
all
didn't even get past like okay, hold on. Let's take a step back here. Man, future Justine is gonna hate me right now because all the editing I'm gonna have to do around this conversation. What was I saying? Okay, okay. So let's go back. So you had the color TV, you had the home phone,
the recorders for the phone recording
recorders,
for messages.
voicemail.
No, recorders.
Oh, recorders, because right now they call that memos.
Really? Well, back then it was a recorder. You got home,
Yeah,
you checked your messages.
I remember that. Yeah, I do. Well, oh, okay. It was a recorder, the machine. I'm
Right.
talking about like there's recorders for reporters that had like they'll like record a conversation. Like it
No.
was just like a okay because they have that now on phones, just called memo.
Right. And you can
Um,
also do your recording for if someone calls you, which nobody does calling anymore, but if they would, they can leave a voicemail. Now it's called
now
a voicemail.
and what's crazy now is that you call me and you get like an assistant.
I know that's crazy. They come up, what is this in reference to? How
There should
important
be a way for like my main contacts to bypass that. Cause
it is. It sounds like I don't want to be bothered with your call. Let me see if you're worthy of me. I mean, come on.
I wonder if my agent gets that.
I
Like,
don't know, whatever.
because
I
my
mean, I don't
agent
call
called
you.
me.
I hardly call you because you don't pick up. You always tell me to
I
text you.
pick up.
Yeah, I know, but you like to be text
I
more.
don't care. I'm not like that anymore. That was teenager Justine. I don't care about that anymore. If you call me, I answer. I don't think like that anymore.
That's true.
I answer. Yeah, no, I answer. If it's
You're
someone in
used
my
to not.
circle, I always answer.
True.
Because like I mean, obviously if it's like something you can text, please text me. Like just
Right. If
if it's
something can be
something
quickly
quick or
done. Yeah.
whatever, I prefer so yeah, no, if someone calls me, I would answer. It's like fine. It's but like what I don't like, and we talked about this like a while ago, a couple of weeks ago, is I don't like when people call me and it's just like gets me out of like if they're calling me like unsolicited, is that the word? Like
Guess.
unsolicited, like not letting me know they're gonna call me.
Okay.
And they're just like, "Hey, so how's it going? Good. How are you? Yeah, I'm good. How you been?" I hate that.
I don't do that.
I don't like that just because I'm all for catching up on things, but you need to like schedule some time with me. I know that sounds so
I
messed up.
always do.
No, it's just I mean, the thing is that I mean, you know, in your people, you guys would just call and be like, "How's everything going? How's
Do
life?"
not. I call
You
you
know,
for
no,
reasons.
no, you're different. I'm just
Mm.
saying like people in your generation, like that's how they were like
Yeah, because that's what we knew.
exactly.
And that's what
But
we
in
were
my
comfortable.
generation, it's like I'm just like I think what it is for me, like for example, I can be like, let's say editing this podcast or whatever, right? And if someone calls me like, "Hey, how's it going? How you been?" Like that takes me out of my task, and then I have to like be on the phone for an hour. You know what I'm saying? So I hate when people do that. It's like I'm all for being on the phone, catching up, whatever, but like let me know in advance so I can make sure I block out time where I'm just focused on you. You know
That's
what I
really
mean?
sad when you think about it.
How is it sad?
Because that's not how it was back in the
Well,
day.
I guess that back in the day when people had 9 to 5s, they just kind of like knew don't call them between 9 and 5. They'll call like after like I don't know 6 o'clock, and people know
No,
they're
because then it was dinner time.
or or weekend, whatever. Like I feel like everybody kind of lives a similar life.
Hmm.
Well, like for me, like it can be like 8 o'clock, and I'll be editing a video and be like, "Hey, you know what I mean?" Like my life is just
Erratically. You
it's
have a different,
sporadic. It's like,
you
yeah,
have
so like I
sporadic.
feel like I need to get a heads up. Like actually the only person that I really do this with is Brianna.
You schedule?
Yeah, we schedule.
Yeah, but I've also done that with you. I've also
Schedule
said,
to
hey,
call in. Oh, yeah, you're right, we
I
do.
text you, hey, do you got time to talk? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Like
what
I
I
feel
do.
like that's kind of how I prefer it to be. What? Oh.
And then I go, and then sometimes you call me. You never say, can you call? You never
Oh, I
say,
always just call
you
you.
just call me. Like my time's not
I'm
mad.
so
I guess my time's not
disrespectful.
important. But you just call me, and I usually pick up and I say, hello, daughter.
See, the only time I like, that's so true. I do always do that. I just realized, yeah, I do that
You
all the
do
time.
do
But
that with
I
me.
always do that in a way where I have an intention when I call. Like if I call you, it's something like I want to talk about something with you.
I know.
Like it's not like, hey, what's new? Like
I
it's
know,
not
but you
like
should
that.
do that every so often.
Yeah, that's when we schedule.
No, we
Like if
don't.
it's something like what's new, how's life, that's when we schedule. But if it's something where like I called you recently, like
Yep.
last week to talk about what did we talk about again? Well, one, I want to talk to you about ideas of what we're gonna do for an episode.
Right.
And then what was the other thing? Something
I
else.
don't remember. But you do call me when you have a reason to call me.
Yeah, like it has to be like a
But there
reason. Like
has to be sometimes not a reason just to say, "Hey, mom, what's going on?
yeah.
What's
You know what
cooking?
it is, Mom?
What's
I think with the whole social media thing, it's like I feel like we're so caught up on everybody's life
sad?
that we don't feel like we have to call people and be like, "What have you been doing? Like, are you
True.
engaged? Are you married? Are you
Why?
having a
Because I
baby?
check, I look at
Are
your
you
social
like what'd you
medias,
do
I
last
see what
week?
you're
Like, you know what I
doing.
mean?
Yeah. I do see what you're doing on Facebook, on whatever. So I know. Yeah, I guess. It's
Yeah, and I
just
think that's what it is. I think that we live in a world where we all post our updates on social media. So I think we just don't feel the need to call somebody and be like, "So what you been doing
but
lately?"
do
It's
you
like you
feel
just
that
posted yesterday.
that doesn't take away from humanity? I think it does. I don't like crazy about that. You still
Hmm.
want to talk to a person. You're
I
just
mean, you
saying it's
still
kind of
talk
an
to
AI.
people.
It's kind of an AI thing again.
AI.
Yeah, you're being artificial, only
I'm being
talking.
artificial?
No, on texting, or, you're not speaking to the person, you're texting because it's easier and that's the way of the world. So in a way, it's kind of like an artificial speaking. It is.
Have you heard of what is it called? ManyChat? ManyChat, it's now a company where if and I actually just like subscribed to them.
Mini chat and
ManyChat. So it's pretty much man, I wish these places would sponsor me, but they're not sponsoring me. It's for people like let's say for example, let's say I post and I use it for Mentally Badass and I post a teaser clip and if someone comments on it, the account would automatically message the people who comment on it and said like, "Hey, thanks for commenting. Here's a link to the full episode."
oh yeah, I've seen things that
Yeah,
I've been
so it's not
interested in.
me that's messaging them. It's
I know, I know,
the
I know,
AI.
I know. It's true. I've seen that. I've done that myself, and all of a sudden I get a link in Messenger with this web, something to follow on.
Yeah, because it's a
And
call
that
to action.
but that, see, that as as me being a boomer, I guess, kind of turns me off,
Yeah,
honestly.
that's fair. I get
Honestly.
that. No, I totally get that. It's just like I think it's just a reality on the internet. It's like you can't physically reply to everybody.
No,
It's
it's
not
true.
mentally possible. I mean, we recently had a video that went semi-viral,
Yeah, I
and
know.
all those comments you saw, it was like 90 comments. I'm
Mm.
not gonna reply to everybody.
No,
I
I know.
reply to some people, but it's I'm not gonna sit on my phone all day
Yeah, but
replying
you
to
could at
everybody.
least send one kind of, is there anything to go out there to just gravitate to all those people with one big, hey, thank you for listening type of thing? Or,
No, mom, what they commented on was about that conversation we're talking about with grandpa.
right.
And so people were commenting like just different things. Everyone was commenting something different. But we can't give it, well, technically me because you don't even have access to the Instagram account. I can't give attention to every single comment.
No, I know.
And people still comment on it.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my God. When I like even for the Mentally a Badass account, when people were commenting on that one video that has like I think 100,000 views, has like 1,000 comments.
Really?
I'm not gonna reply to 1,000 comments. That's just not humanly possible.
True. Okay, so
And that's
AI.
why these companies that's called ManyChat, they're created for reasons like this. Like they know that there's a place in the market where social media can drive in so many views and so many people commenting. It's like you physically cannot answer everybody. That's not possible
I know. I gotcha.
unless you want to like ruin your mental health and sit on your butt every
No,
just
I hear
messaging
you.
everybody.
Even if you had hired a team of assistants, it wouldn't be enough. But I know what you're saying. I mean,
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, and I know the reality of it. I'm just telling you how it was never like that because I don't know, I guess there's a lot more people in the world too. I don't understand. Maybe that's
Yeah,
why
I
the
mean,
population has grown.
well, yeah.
So that could be another factor. But other than that, there are the goods and the bads and the ins and the outs of AI and technology overall.
Yeah.
And I think we're
I feel like there
covering
should
it.
be a part 3.
And now I think we covered.
Or not even close.
How
We're still
much
on
more?
the like we're talking about your time with the the records and the phone, but we didn't get into yet about cell phones and
Oh,
car
when I.
phones. Like there's still so much to cover.
Oh, yeah. Car phones were
There's so
before
much
cell
to cover,
phones.
Mom.
What?
They said there's so much to still to cover that I feel like we could do a whole other episode about this.
Okay, so we'll do a third.
We could do like a freaking movie. Like there's just so much to talk about. Yeah.
All right, we can do a
Okay.
third.
Well, so we're going to continue this conversation in the next episode because there's just so much to talk about. Like we're comparing and contrasting the boomer growing up with technology versus the millennial / Gen Z as well. So if you listened this far, we assume that you like us. Hopefully you do. If you're on Apple Podcasts, please go ahead and rate us. That'd be awesome. If you're on Spotify, give us a thumbs up. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to us and leave us a comment. And I know I was talking about how I don't reply to comments, but like, still comment. I would reply. Okay, like if the comment section isn't like 100 comments, I'll reply to every comment. Okay, I think that's fair, right?
Yeah, that's
Unless
fair.
you give me like a paragraph. See, something like that would catch my eye. Then I'll read your paragraph.
Well,
But if it's like two
as,
sentence, like if it's like 2 words,
as long as
story.
people are, interested, as long as people are interested in what we're talking about, it'll keep us continuing to do so.
Yeah, and honestly, your comments gives us ideas for future episodes.
Yes.
So. But if you want to directly talk to us or anything like that to get our attention or whatever, cocktailswithmymom@gmail.com.